independent nonprofit investigative news source ProPublica has obtained the chat logs written by members of Atomwaffen, a notorious white supremacist group. The group reportedly was combat training in Death Valley in late January. The neo-Nazi extremists allegedly are connected to various deaths throughout the United States. Encrypted logs obtained by ProPublica, some 250,000 messages spanning more than 6 months, offer a rare window into Atomwaffen Division that goes well beyond what has surfaced elsewhere about a group whose members have been implicated in a string of violent crimes. The group's propaganda makes clear that Atomwaffen, the word means nuclear weapons in German, embraces Third Reich ideology and preaches hatred of minorities, gays, and Jews. Atomwaffen produces YouTube videos showing members firing weapons and has filmed members burning the U.S. Constitution and setting fire to the American flag. The chat logs and other material obtained by ProPublica provide unusually extensive information about the group's leaders, wider makeup, and potential targets, indicating the group may have as many as 20 cells around the country. Small groups of intermediate size in Texas, Virginia, Washington, Nevada, and elsewhere. Members armed with assault rifles and other guns have taken part in weapons training in various locations over the last 2 years, including in January in the Nevada desert near Death Valley. Records and interviews make clear that John Cameron Denton is the leader of Atomwaffen. Public records show that Denton currently lives in the nearby town of Conroe. Records and interviews show Denton goes by the name of Rape in the online conversations, and he appears to be involved in nearly every aspect of the organization. The leader has been pushing members to pool money and to purchase land in rural areas so they can get off the grid and begin implementing their revolutionary agenda. Atomwaffen held a 3-day training session or hate camp deep in the Nevada desert. The event was organized by an Atomwaffen leader, Michael Lloyd Hubsky, who calls himself Commissar. The 29-year-old Hubsky lives in Las Vegas and leads Atomwaffen's Nevada cell. Hubsky holds a both concealed weapons permit and a security guard license. Hubsky wrote in a message that he was planning on getting a federal firearms license so he could manufacture guns. He said he can literally become an armory in the event they need it. Hubsky adds, "In any war, you need to cut off your enemy's ability to shoot, move, and communicate." He said you would want to target things like substations, water filtration plants, and more. ProPublica says Hubsky wrote that he had a map of the U.S. power grid and discussed blowing up natural gas lines and water lines. He says hitting the power grid was, in his view, the most devastating and effective attack possible. Destroying electricity infrastructure would, by default, take out the internet. Hubsky brought members to the desert to increase combat skills and says that members would now be required to join Front Sight Firearms Training Institute, a private combat training facility near Pahrump. Front Sight CEO Michael Meacher has said that the training center has sent Hubsky a letter refunding his membership fees and informing the Las Vegas resident that he was banned from the facility for life. Meacher said that Hubsky had attended training 4 years ago at the facility. The Nye County Sheriff's Office says that they have no public record of the Atomwaffen Division group.